Catholic. Today I'm here with Father Joe to get to know him just a little bit better. To have the school get to know you a little bit better. So
Right.
if you could give us like an outline of like your journey to priesthood.
Well, I was raised in a big Catholic family, wanted to be a priest from a young age. I used to do play mass when I was a little kid. And in high school, I really tried to talk myself out of it, mostly because of girls, and wanted to get married. I started dating my senior year, but I sort of knew the whole time that I wasn't really being open to what God was asking me to do. I was kind of running away from all that, and so it was making me very much not at peace and not happy, even though I had all these things I thought I wanted. And so eventually I went to seminary kind of begrudgingly. I hoped I would just get kicked out, but obviously didn't get kicked out. And in the seminary formation program, I just was becoming more and more open to what God was inviting me into. And I began to just say, Lord, if you want me to be a priest, then give me a desire for it. And that's basically what he did. I mean, it took years of formation to get to that point, but eventually was much more willing and open and actually wanted to be a priest. And yeah, that's kind of a very condensed version, but basically that's the gist of it. Got ordained in 2017 and had my first parish assignment in Brighton, Michigan. I was the associate pastor there for 4 years, and then I came here. This is my third year here at Lansing Catholic.
Oh, really? It's your third year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's really nice.
I'm basically like a junior.
Yes, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Was there like any like specific time where you like, I know this is what I'm gonna do? Was there like a moment, like a day you could remember that
When
you
I knew I wanted
this...
to be a priest?
Yes.
See, for me, it wasn't like a dramatic moment. It was more like a long, slow, gradual process. God is just so gentle. He doesn't force us to do anything, and he certainly didn't force me to become a priest. It was him just giving me the time and the space that I needed to really think about it and pray about it. I'd say there was like a pivotal moment when I had this internal sort of surrender, and I remember exactly where I was. I was in an Irish pub restaurant in Rome, because it was during my study abroad semester. That would have been 2012. You were born by then, right? Yeah, you would have been born, but you were little.
Yeah, I was very little.
It was in 2012, and I remember I was in a restaurant, and a couple of the other guys in my small group, we were just having dinner and talking about life, and one of the guys mentioned that he was going to be leaving seminary, and that was pretty common. A lot of guys discern out, is this phrase we used along the way. Only about 1/3 of guys in seminary actually get ordained, because along the way many of them end up leaving. And so he was discerning out, and I just had this thought. I was like, someone needs to do this, because at that point I'd started off with 8 freshmen in college. We're all seminarians from the Diocese of Lansing. We were now in our 3rd year, so we were down to just 3. Now he was leaving, so we're down to just 2. And that's when I was like, someone has to do this. Priests don't just pop out of the ground. Like, every one of them is a normal guy from some family who decides to give his life to the church. And so in my heart, in that little restaurant booth, I just said a very simple prayer. I said, Lord, I still don't really know if you want me to be a priest, but if you want me to do it, I want to do it.
Wow.
And that was like a turning point. I think that was the moment of real surrender that God was waiting for. And a lot of things began to shift from that moment on. It was from that moment on that I really began to have this desire for priesthood grow in my heart, and this openness. And looking back, I could tell that that's what God was waiting for, is for me to say, I want to do this.
That's pretty powerful, I imagine.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Lansing Catholic. See you next time.